Wrong Strong, and we are back with Chronicles
I don't like that start.
of
Hair and makeup.
KB.
I got. You see my.
And we're gonna talk about the Ruff Ryder days. Our bike nights, our bike days, and how we rode bikes and did all the crazy stuff that we did. Yeah. So,
My dick is going.
yeah, we used to ride bikes from 10 in the morning to 4 o'clock at night. All morning. So, hanging out with DMX. So you remember the story, right? How you guys didn't believe me that I knew DMX, right?
I didn't believe you in a lot of shit,
Yeah.
especially not DMX.
One day I was like, hey, you guys want to come with me? And Tito and KB were like, whatever. I was a prospect that day
You were a prospect.
for like 2 days.
And we went to DMX's house. And I think I rode on the back of Blue's bike on the way home. For whatever reason. I couldn't remember why. But that's when I called DMX Captain Caveman.
You know, we got to his house and he seen me with the shirt. And he's like, you need to take that off. You're a Ruff Ryder. And I was like, I don't even know how to ride a bike. So, you know, yeah, those were some good times.
I don't think you ever really learned how to ride a bike.
I didn't.
Because do you really learn anything when you're drunk or high 99.9%?
No, but remember I used to pop wheelies when I used to just like jump on the gas tank?
You were fat.
That was my willie.
You were a fat man.
You know, and there were some good times, man. We spent.
The first time we met DMX.
That's when we went to his
First time we went to
house.
his house, we were playing pool.
Yeah,
It's like 4 in the morning.
yeah.
All right, let's go.
First of all, you couldn't believe how many dogs he had in the house. You actually were like, how the fuck can he live with like 25 dogs in his house?
Yeah. And then I couldn't believe that he called them pit bulls. Because they weren't. I mean,
They were turtle busters.
so for people that are from the Phoenix area, Sheriff Joe, who was the sheriff of Maricopa County, had it out for DMX. So they raided his house
With a tank.
because they thought he was like similar to like the Michael Vick story or whatever, where he was fighting dogs. He had all these vicious dogs, but they weren't like
They weren't vicious.
they weren't vicious, and I didn't even think they were pit bulls. They didn't look like pit bulls to me. Like they didn't have like the clipped ears and none of that. Right?
They were just.
No, they were like. But he loved his dogs. He loved them, and he took care of them. And when I was there, I didn't see any.
No. That's why when I hit the news and all that stuff, I was like, yeah, right. It's all set up stuff. I mean, if you guys watch the news, he raided his house with a tank.
Yeah.
Knocked down the walls and everything. I mean, I could have just imagined everything that happened.
For no reason.
No
Other
reason.
than he was a public figure or he was a famous person that, for whatever reason, Sheriff Joe had it out for him. And I mean, I don't know what he was trying to gain out of that, because it wasn't like he was some drug kingpin or he was this or that or half the things that people made him out to be. But they still raided his house. They still took his dog. Shut the fuck up!
Yes, those are the birds. The birds.
Sorry, I have a bird.
But
It does have clipped ears and it's got a big chain with spikes and.
But yeah, for almost.
In my eyes, the fact is, and this is something we had a YouTube video a few months back that started to dive into that.
Mm-hmm.
It wasn't your thing. It was, we were the first.
We collaborated with somebody else.
Yeah, but no, we were the first street bike, like crotch rocket, or you call like, you know, other than Harley Street Bike Club.
MC.
Well, we weren't even.
We weren't an MC.
But we were the first street bike, organized street bike club in Phoenix. You had the Show Riders at that time in Tucson. Now Show Riders are in Tucson and Phoenix. I think they have a chapter in Arizona or in California as well. But there was no other organized street bike clubs that donned a patch and had a president, vice president, had a hierarchy organization type.
We tore it up.
So
we tore it up.
we paved the way for.
We were riding. We have our club bike night on Thursdays. We had our club. DMX performed there. We had other bike clubs that wanted to hang out with us. I think that we paved the way for a lot of clubs that are here now.
Stop it. You keep saying we think.
Okay.
The fact is, we paved the way for all these other bike clubs. Well, there's street bike clubs back then. There was no other, especially there was no other. There wasn't many clubs. I didn't think the Harley set. You had black clubs, you had Mexican clubs, you had white clubs. We were a mixed race club. The white, black, candy stripe. It didn't matter. We were all there. Mexican, Guatemalan, Asian. What was his name? What was it? Pineapple? Women.
Yes.
Men. Boys.
Everything. We were mixed. We were mixed.
Damn it.
We were
See,
mixed,
we're
and
all
we
over
did.
the fucking
This is the thing: is that everywhere we showed up, as soon as we showed up, people actually wanted to be around us.
Can we just start over?
Yeah, we just
Because
did.
you're all over the fucking place.
How am I all over the
There's
place?
too many jokes, and whatever. We're gonna be 1, 2, 3 serious.
Okay.
This is your fault. Let's do a shot. Let's have some
I know,
beers.
I
Let's
know.
talk about it. Whatever. Because you keep saying we think.
Okay.
It's not you think. It is the facts. You haven't been around. That is the fact that we were. So where do we start? Because we talk about DMX. We're talking about dogs. So we want to talk about us. So how about this? We'll start from the beginning, and we'll talk about going to the first time. DMX. You came and met me and the Ruff Ryders, and
Okay.
we go into that, and then we can expunge into some other stuff. But what's the goal here? We
Just
trying to go on just over a brief recap
Just a brief recap of what we were.
or synopsis.
Yeah.
It's the
So when I met
all right.
Tito.
You're not doing it.
I met Tito through my barber, Puerto Rican guy. And then he introduced me to, what was that Puerto Rican cat's name? The big guy.
Louis,
Louis.
Latin King.
Yeah, Latin
Chicago.
King. And he's like, yeah, you need to meet this guy. He's a Latin King, blah, blah, blah. And I met him and we connected. Then he introduced me to Tito. Then Tito introduced me to KB. They were all riding bikes. Obviously, I wanted to ride a bike also. So I prospect for 3 days. But nobody believed me that I was friends with DMX. I would tell them and they would be like, yeah, whatever.
He likes dropping names. I don't think it wasn't we didn't believe you. I think, we were Rough Riders. We were at a.
But you guys didn't believe me though.
Yeah.
You didn't believe me until that day that I took you to his house.
No, even then, because we were, but we were very arrogant. Not arrogant. We were on the top of our game when and then going forward, you were a big piece of bringing us even to a higher level of what we were in Phoenix. So, yeah, I don't think we did. I mean, who does? I mean, hey, there's a lot of people. Well, we used to go out a lot, and I'd run into people all the time. Hey, I know this guy. We know that guy. Or hey, I do this or that. I can bring this to the table. They wanted to hang out. So, of course, he comes in hey, I know DMX. I'm like, and? But saying that, they're yeah, okay, well, we've heard this before, so.
Yeah. But we ended up going to his house that night.
Yeah.
And, he made me take my shirt off and I actually became I think we got a little bit too drunk that day. I became a vested member overnight. I didn't even have a bike yet.
I can neither confirm nor deny.
So
That'd be against policies.
I had to go look for a bike in that week, and I got me a bike.
Yeah.
Actually, got me a pretty nice bike.
Yep. Training wheels. You remember that?
So it all started there, and then
Well, what's the start? I mean, we went to DMX's house. They're okay, he knows DMX, or he paid DMX. If he wanted to. And he was actually really good he was really close. DMX was very, that was his boy. It was his brother. They were very tight. And obviously DMX has been with the Ruff Ryders since the beginning in the bike end and before. So that, and then us with him was kind of all came together, you know. And bringing you into the fold, that was a big, you know, because through the years we bring on new guys, members, and get rid of some members, whatever. But it slowly formed a really elite group.
I just remember that we had the biggest bike night party that weekend because he performed there.
No, I think he performed
that was-
at one of our annuals.
Yeah, it was our annual
Full-on concert
full-on concert.
in our small clubhouse.
We were fucking
off
packed.
the chain.
We were
Yeah.
packed. He performed. Everybody in the bike industry were there that night.
And not just the bike. I think we went and we had all your prospects. People go out in the streets and with flyers and cards. We had cards for our clubhouse, address, whatever, and to promote it. And so you had people from the club, everybody.
It was a full house. I mean,
It was beyond a full house.
I remember that day. It was like everybody had a smile from
Camera phones. We didn't have camera phones.
No,
Back in the day, we didn't have. I mean, if they had camera phones, half the shit, you wouldn't be on Wrong or Strong. We'd be on some other reality.
Exactly, but I
We were
mean
the Kardashians before
that's what set the stage for everything that like started happening after that.
Yeah, right shortly after that, I think we peaked, and we started. It was, yeah.
I mean,
That was the beginning of something very, very, special that we were a part of for.
many years to
Many
come
years.
after that, and I'll never forget those years, and it's something that I cherish because I had a lot of fun. It was a good time. A lot of good people. We
can't remember.
We lost a lot of good people.
We did lose a lot of. That's the,
Bittersweet.
Well, that's the hard part about the bike scene is that any bike scene is that it's a common occurrence. People go down, whether it's the guy to the right or left of you, or somebody that knows somebody that. I mean, the bike community in Phoenix is a very tight knit community, and even now, as big as it's gotten, everybody's connected, linked together. So everybody knows. So even somebody passed away in a bike that you knew them through somebody, or whatever. But yeah, that's the thing that happens. It happened recently. One of my best friends, a couple weeks ago, passed away on a bike. So that's just part of that lifestyle. Is the chance that you might not come home, whether it's your fault, whether it's someone on the. Usually, it's 9 times out of 10, it's somebody else, on the road, not paying attention or whatever. So yeah, that was a big part of it.